All right, let's get right into it. Google has just dropped a whole suite of AI tools that are frankly so powerful, they're about to completely change how we work online. So in this breakdown, we're going to unpack this new AI stack and figure out what it actually means for creators, for marketers, really for anyone building a business on the internet.
And look, this isn't just hype. This quote really gets to the heart of it. It perfectly captures the scale of the change we're talking about. The whole game is shifting. Those tools you used to pay hundreds of dollars for every single month, yeah, they're being replaced by something new, and in a lot of cases, something completely free.
So what's lighting this fire? It's this whole collection of new and updated AI tools from Google. We're talking about incredibly powerful models like Gemini and tools like NotebookLM, which has become way more than just a simple summary tool. This whole integrated stack, that's the catalyst for everything we're about to get into.
That is the million-dollar question, isn't it? I mean, it's one thing to hear about cool new tech, but it's another thing entirely to see how it can actually help you, your work, and your bottom line. So, the rest of this explainer is going to be all about answering that exact question.
Okay, first up, let's talk about how these tools aren't just helping your workflow, they are flat out replacing entire categories of services and subscriptions that agencies have been built on for years. Just look at this. This is a massive disruption in cost. For years, right? If you were serious about SEO, you were shelling out over $100 a month for something like Ahrefs or SEMrush. The new way? You build your own autonomous AI agent that taps into data APIs and does all your keyword research, all your competitor analysis, for literal pennies. It's insane. And you know what? It is the exact same story when it comes to design. Instead of writing a brief for a graphic designer, going back and forth on drafts, you can now just dump your raw notes into NotebookLM and boom, it spits out a professional, perfectly designed infographic in seconds. The whole creative process is being automated right in front of us. And web development, just as dramatic. You can now use simple text prompts to generate and launch a fully functional hosted website in about 5 minutes. Think about that. For a lot of projects, coding is basically becoming optional.
So here's the really crucial point. We're moving past just replacing one tool here and there. We're talking about building an entire AI marketing team. You can literally assign roles. Gemini can be your strategist, building your go-to-market plan. You can use its visual side as your creative director for brainstorming. And you can use its API to automate workflows, making it your ops manager.
So that's how you can automate what you're already doing. Now, let's get to the really exciting part. How you can use this stuff to create entirely new businesses and revenue streams, literally from scratch. Okay, this number, $500 a day, might look a little crazy, but it's pulled directly from a real business model that's only possible because of this new AI stack. This isn't a theory, it's a tangible opportunity that's out there right now.
And here's the blueprint. It's actually a super simple 3-step process. First, you get AI to spit out a list of local businesses whose social media accounts have just gone dead. Step 2, you use a proven email template to offer them a 2-week free trial to bring it back to life. And finally, you use AI to generate and schedule all their content. It's basically 1 day of setup for a month of recurring revenue.
This all leads to a really massive shift in how we think about tools. We're stepping into the era of personal software. For the very first time, people who don't know how to code can build the exact tools they need, the same kinds of tools they used to pay for every single month.
Just think about the possibilities. You can build a tool that reads a video transcript and generates awesome thumbnail ideas, or an app that takes a photo of your product and places it in any lifestyle scene you can dream up. You could even create a website with a conversational AI voice agent that acts as a virtual receptionist. These are real software products you can build yourself in minutes.
Okay, so you see the potential. It's huge. But how do you actually make this all work? Well, this last section is all about the new skills and frameworks you're going to need to really master this new AI-driven way of doing things.
So here's something really practical you can use. To get the AI to build these apps for you, you need to structure your prompts the right way. The Vibe framework is a great way to do it. You tell it the visuals you want, the interface, the back-end logic, and any exclusions you need. It's like a recipe for turning one sentence into a working app.
Now, this workflow is just incredibly powerful. Imagine you have to get the gist of a 500-page textbook. Instead of reading the whole thing, you just upload it into NotebookLM. You use a cool technique called a constellation map analysis, asking it to find and connect all the core ideas, and the output, a clean, executive-level infographic that gives you all the key takeaways instantly.
And the uses for this stuff get really creative. For example, you can use NotebookLM's new features to role-play as a skeptical client.
You feed it your sales pitch, and you tell it to raise every possible objection. It lets you practice and sharpen your arguments in a totally safe space. How cool is that?
And honestly, we're just scratching the surface here. The real power users are already doing wild things, like turning silent screen recordings into detailed step-by-step guides, or using a Socratic mode where the AI asks you questions to help you learn better, or even creating those cool animated race bar charts to make data come alive.
So where is all of this headed? Well, it's pointing to a future that's really defined by the power and simplicity of a single command. Let's call it the one-prompt future.
And if you take one thing away from this, let it be this. The barrier to entry is gone. The technical skills, the expensive software, the big teams, all the stuff that used to stop people from creating a digital business or a product have been dramatically lowered. In some cases, they've just vanished completely.
So I'll just leave you with this question. We've seen that a single, well-written prompt can now build a website, design your visuals, create a marketing plan, even build a piece of software. So the question isn't if it's possible anymore. The question is, with this kind of power at your fingertips, what are you going to build?